The first stop on our Voice of the Voter tour takes us to Carmi, Illinois. Located in White County, voters in this southern Illinois town are pining for their government's attention. They want good-paying jobs and a more business-friendly environment. No one likes to be ignored, but in Carmi, Illinois, voters feel like their state politicians have put them on the back burner for years.
I just want someone who's fair, honest, and listens to people other than Chicago.
I really don't think, our vote counts. It's just my personal opinion.
Come to Southern Illinois. Listen to Southern Illinoisans. I mean, we may not be as important, but we are pretty important, I figure, than just the Chicago and Springfield crowd.
It's easy to see how this quaint little town feels like the red-headed stepchild, living in the shadow of a concrete jungle 300 miles away. Chicago culture and politics are a stark contrast from that of Carmi and other downstate communities.
There's more to Illinois than just Chicago, and we don't get hurt.
Many White County voters share a common sentiment. They want jobs.
Well, in this area, they're not around here.
And not just any gig, but a career to support their families.
We need something bigger around here. Maybe more manufacturing.
Alex Jovanovic makes minimum wage. He says he'd support a statewide hourly rate increase.
I'd really like to see that go into effect. Because, me making $8.25 an hour is really not good. I can't pay my own bills.
During the State of the State address, Illinois Governor Pat Quinn said he wanted to raise the minimum wage in Illinois from $8.25 to $10. Tell me how significant of an impact that would make.
Even $1.25 an hour, I'm only putting $20 in gas, and that's what's going to last me, for the rest of the week.
It's a sentiment echoed by Whitney Williams, who works as an assistant manager at a local convenience store.
Even if it was $9, it would still help people out. Something higher for people. I mean, I know it's hard. I struggle and everyone else struggles. I've got a friend in here who has 3 kids, and she's working her butt off.
Williams says part of the unemployment problem in White County is a domino effect from cash-strapped schools.
They've had to lay off a lot of people, make a lot of cuts, and sporting's just here in Carmi too, because I went to school to be a teacher, and there's just nothing down in this area right now.
Cheryl Bartley Ferguson works as a private contractor in Carmi. She says Illinois isn't business-friendly, something she believes is driving companies and residents away.
Double tax, triple tax. I think Illinois makes its own laws. And now trying to have a business on my own, you really see how hard it is to live in Illinois. You gotta put your heart in it if you want to stay here.
Many people in Carmi want to stay and work in Carmi. This is their home. But like many places, it's a struggle to make ends meet. They hope their legislators will hear their cries for help to make living and working in southern Illinois less of a struggle. Next on Voice of the Voter, we hear from folks in Fairfield, Illinois. For your local election headquarters, I'm Kayla Moody. This stop on the Voice of the Voter tour takes us to Fairfield, Illinois, the home of friendly people. Today we talk with some of those friendly people about policies they say don't reflect the ideals of the great people right here in Wayne County. Fairfield, Illinois is a tight-knit community that holds tight to conservative values.
That's a Chicago dog.
And Chicago dogs are served with a dislike for Chicago politics.
The state of Illinois pretty much always votes Democrat, and I kind of go Republican.
Chicago almost needs to be its own state.
It's a whole different world. It's a whole different world.
We kind of get lost down here, I think, a lot of times.
Celery salt, you gotta have that. Not getting rich, but having fun.
Ray Jungworth owns a Ray's Dog House. Whether opting for a hot dog,
These hot dogs are 100% beef.
or the local favorite Frankensteiner sandwich,
Nobody knows what that is, though, except the people in Fairfield, of course.
folks who eat at Ray's Dog House typically need something to wash it all down. That's why Jungworth is against the proposed penny per ounce soda tax in Illinois. A standard 12-ounce can of pop would cost 12 cents more under the proposed tax. Jungworth sells 24-ounce sodas for $1.25. He'd have to raise the price to $1.50 to make up for the tax increase.
I don't drink soda, but I do sell it, and, people are not going to be able to afford to buy it, really.
As a small business owner, Jungworth knows the challenges entrepreneurs face in the land of Lincoln, in particular, high taxes.
Big companies are leaving the state just because of that.
Marty McGuire echoes Jungworth's worries.
Illinois is going broke, so they're trying to charge more for everything, and you can't hardly blame businesses for leaving them. It's kind of a sad state.
McGuire works for the city of Fairfield. The state's worst in the nation pension crisis hits close to home.
I'm not sure how they're going to get out of it.
Fortunately, he says his pension is safe.
We have a different pension than the state workers do, so our pension's not in real bad shape. It's not affiliated with all the state workers' pensions.
Cheryl Jungworth is retired. She tells me it's only fair that the state find a way to make up for its $100 billion pension shortfall. She says families are counting on it.
Well, I think people have earned their pensions and they were depending on them, so they should be able to get them.
But what she really wants to see is an end to Illinois' culture of corruption.
I heard on TV not too long ago that Illinois is one of the most corrupt. No one is one of the most corrupt. I don't know that it is, but states in the United States, and that's really sad.
Many Wayne County voters say the state's economy needs to take center stage in the legislature. Some believe social issues like the recent legalization of same-sex marriage are distractions from bigger statewide issues.
That probably won't go over real big around here.
I'm not really for same-sex marriage. I don't think that's really what the Bible says.
I'm certainly against gay marriage. That was wrong. I mean, the Bible is very clear.
The Voice of the Voter in Fairfield, Illinois is a voice deeply rooted in religion. They want their legislators to approach state politics like the friendly people of Fairfield approach every day, with fairness, compassion, and strong morals. Next on Voice of the Voter, we head to Mount Carmel. For your local election headquarters, I'm Kayla Moody. Our third stop on the Voice of the Voter tour takes us to the southern Illinois town of Mount Carmel. It's located just across the border from Gibson County, Indiana. And it's a community that values education and financial responsibility, values that voters hold tight when they head to the polls. Welcome to Mount Carmel, Illinois. Located just west of the Indiana border, positioned along the Wabash River, home of the Snake Pit. Where Golden Aces fans fill the stands on autumn nights. Down the road, Wabash Valley College, where students from all over the U.S., even other countries, go to build their careers. No doubt, education ranks high among the southern Illinois town's priorities, but some feel education has gotten the shaft from state funding. It's Carla Cadwallader's first year teaching early childhood education at Wabash Valley College. As an educator, she's worked with students of all ages.
What are you laughing about?
She's also seen the downside of teaching, witnessing valuable programs become at risk due to a lack of funding. According to the Illinois State Board of Education, the state's general fund allocation for preschool through 12th grade has been cut by more than $861 million since the 2009 fiscal year.
As a teacher, I hesitated when they talk about cutting arts and science and PE.
In the past 5 years, Illinois' higher education funding saw a more than 20% increase, one of the highest in the nation. But annual reports show much of that extra money didn't go to college classrooms. Instead, it went to the state university's retirement system to address the historical pension shortfall.
Education probably should come first.
Outside of the classroom, she worries about her retirement and that of other teachers, thanks to the state's worst in the nation pension crisis.
We've worked really hard to educate the Illinois students, and most of us give about 120% every day, and I think we deserve not to worry about retirement.
Marcus Jenkins is also affected by the state's $100 billion pension shortfall.
The bad part of that is they make us look like bad people, but we pay in pension too. I pay in probably about $1,000 a month into my pension, and they're robbing it. They're stealing my pension, and they're saying that we're the bad people.
Jenkins works as a corrections officer. State prison cuts also hit close to home.
All the prisons run down. They're not putting money into them. They're all falling down around us. So that's basically they just need to start doing maintenance on stuff. Start taking care of state stuff instead of taking care of themselves.
The Voice of the Voter in Mount Carmel is the champion of affordable, quality education, financial responsibility, and security for folks heading into retirement. They're tired of seeing corruption in Illinois politics. They want integrity to prevail in policymaking. Next on Voice of the Voter, we head to Edwards County. For your local election headquarters, I'm Kayla Moody. This stop on the Voice of the Voter tour takes us to Albion, Illinois. Located in Edwards County, voters here want to see the state's troubled economy improve and a change of face in the governor's seat. Welcome to the quaint town of Albion, Illinois. Stretching about 2 square miles, it's home to around 2,000 people, and conservative politics rule. Fred Whistle is a former farmer turned gun dealer. He says he was pleased to see Illinois become a concealed carry state. But it's 1 step forward, 2 steps back. He thinks it's overregulated and too costly.
I was glad it passed, but I'm wondering how good it'll be because there's so many places you can't go in with your guns. I think it's a revenue thing for the state of Illinois because it's pretty expensive.
He says running a small business in Illinois is also expensive. He'd like to see less taxes and incentives for established businesses, not just new businesses.
It seems like every time I turn around, I'm paying taxes for this and taxes for that, and it's hard for the little guy like me to stay in business.
Many Edwards County locals trade lengthy commutes for solid employment. Dennis Splittorff says that there aren't enough good-paying jobs to go around.
Look at Indiana. If it wasn't for Toyota in Indiana, this area would be hurting. Really would, because there's a lot of people employed over there, and that's helped us out tremendously in southeastern Illinois.
Champion Laboratories reign supreme among local employers.
Thank goodness for Champion being here.
If that was ever to leave, what would happen to this community?
It'd be a ghost town.
Splittorff says legislators need to be more receptive to the oil industry.
We had a lot of fracking, a lot of oil business coming in here, and the state legislators has got their hands into it, and the oil people's kind of slowed up coming in here. We're thinking maybe have an oil boom and think it'd be good for the economy.
Many people in Edwards County tell me it's time for a change of leadership in Springfield.
Just like to see the candidate that can be Quinn, because we need to get him out of office, because I think he's hurting Illinois. We need more jobs in Illinois, and some of the other candidates has said that they can do that.
Voters in Albion want Illinois to be more competitive in attracting and keeping businesses. They want to see the state have more fiscal responsibility without relying on taxpayers as endless sources of revenue. Next, Voice of the Voter heads to Shawneetown. For your local election headquarters, I'm Kayla Moody.